I'm doing a test run again. Um, just stepping out in the waters. I don't know what I'm about to do right now as far as the subject. Like I said, I'm just gonna run my mouth. You hear me? I'm just gonna run my mouth, however it goes, because I'm not gonna be up here for long at all. And I mean at all. I might do 5 minutes. I might do 15. Just depends on how I feel right now. Um, I'm just trying to get my feet wet. Um, because you get to the point where you try to motivate yourself to do something and you got other things going on. So you when you used to being able to dip in and do something real quick or spend a little time somewhere, but right now I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't been motivated to do it like that. So that's why I'm pushing myself to do this right this minute. um Trying to see how it's gonna go down as far as me. I might start doing some lives, just like for a few minutes, tap in on the subject, and I guess that's how you got to do it sometimes. For right now, I'm not trying to be up here. I mean, I have done a live where I've been on there for an hour or two or 2.5, whatever. Um, I'm just gonna see how it goes. Uh, Motivation came today, so it is what it is. I'll probably come back later on when I get through handling my business, tap into actually write some jotting a few things down where I could go in and pull from the bucket and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just tapping in right now, just getting a feel of it. I've been, you know, you pull back, you got some heavyweight things to do, and you have to put all your focus on whatever's going on, because that energy that might not be sitting right, it can pull from you, and then you lose focus and don't get things done that you really need to get done, and the way you need to get it done. Like you might get in and BS on something that you really needed to do a number 10 on, and you only did a number 2, and it's like, well, dang, you come back and wonder why it didn't go too well. So that's how it goes. um so that's where I'm at right now. Just want to tap in on here because I haven't been putting out any content. So this is how it goes. But anyway, I'm just tapping in, trying to see what get the feel of it again. So like I said, I might be on here 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, whatever. But I will give out some motivation that when you got things you got to do, and I have some things pulling on you, and pulling you away from your best energy. Where you just have to be strong enough to say, well, look, it's time for me to pull back, and when you got some heavyweight things going on that's very important that they get done, then you just have to tighten your backbone up and get to it. See, I came from my grandmama. My grandmama used to talk hard and get at you about some stuff, and then sugarcoat it. So sometimes I have to go back and think. You know what? When you have a hard time, well, my grandmama might have been talking about some old stuff, old back in the days, things that was going on. Then I have to pull myself to that point and say, when my grandma was talking about, yeah, I remember when this person, that person, or she talking about a family member, and she was saying, yeah, all of those people are gone. So, I knew that she lived a life where a lot, when people died off, whether it was early in their life, because people have friends that something happens health wise, whatever, and or something else might happen where they might have been taken out of here in other ways. But just different things happen. So I have to look back and remember those times when my grandmama was coming at me about the old days, where these people, she might end the story, be like, yeah, well, that person is gone. Look, that person is, I don't want to laugh, but I'm going to laugh. That person is gone on to glory. Boy, the words be hitting you all when they grow up and say, they gone on to glory. And you know when she's saying them phrase words like that she feel that in her heart where she go back to them times when they was living and they was being, out and about, going to church or doing whatever they was doing, cooking, like, when the folks that they was in tune with the church and church members, and they was back in them kitchen cooking dinners and getting it ready for them folks to come out of service, or when they was going to work. It's always some kind of story. But anyway, it's just a point that you have to take from them older generations. Like when you be having a hard time and you be like, shoot, I don't know how I'm gonna be. I don't know how I'm gonna operate today. I don't know what's gonna happen today. I don't know what I'm gonna get done, and I don't know when I'm not gonna get done. But I done got to the point where I get motivated to say, uh, I might have already done it the past few days or that exact day where I say, well, look, depending on how I feel, I might just get one thing done. Then I might come to a point where I'm like, okay, um, I got two things I got to get done. Or it might be like by the end of this week, I might have three or four or five things that I need to get done. And maybe Monday I might be able to get one. I might not even get none of it done Monday. Then Tuesday I might jump in and say, okay, the week gonna get away from me. So it's just about motivation, and things is tough out here. Things is changing all the time. Just like it's so many topics that you can bring to a live and talk about. But like I said, it depends on the circle of people that you're dealing with on those subjects. Cause when I say that, I'm not even gonna go hard just right now. But when you got recommendations popping up and you start realizing, oh, look what's done happened to the banks. It's like, well, dang. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember a time. I might be wrong, but I don't remember a time since I've been alive that they go heavy on talking about, oh, this happened, this, that, and the other doesn't happen to the banks. So anyway, you have to get into your discussion modes with your people, whoever, whether it be family, friends. Sometimes you even have to get into a doggone conversation with the doggone strangers. You out in the back, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Strangers be talking about some conversations that sometimes they want to. Well, sometimes you might be talking about something, and they gotta tap in. They can't even hold it back. They gotta tap into the conversation, or the same thing when you hear somebody else talking about some topics that you like. Well, dang, I ain't gonna lie to you. They just gonna have to think I was being nosy, but they was talking loud. They was talking loud enough for me to hear it. So I'm about to jump in because I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm ready to talk about that. So it's just different things in life, that situations like that you come across. I tell you, that's the type of stuff that you do want to grab. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. It was some stuff going on. Matter of fact, I think it was when the gas was just super high. And I was talking to this old head. Matter of fact, I saw him the other day, and I didn't even recognize him because he wasn't in his uniform. And let me throw this out here. I know I don't know who gonna catch this, but this was a security guy. Um, and I was already talking to one of the other security guys that was like his coworker. And I remember when I last had talked to the one that I saw, that I didn't recognize him because he wasn't in that uniform. And I spoke to him anyway, even though I didn't recognize him. But the door was talking to the other his coworker, ex coworker, that he said he had told me the last time I talked to him that he's about to retire. So I got into a conversation with that guy, and we was talking about the gas prices, which he was right. See, that's what goes along. Let me get amped up on y'all. That's what goes along when you learn to listen to them old heads that's done been here a few decades longer than you. Uh, so the thing about it is, I don't know what other kind of job he done had. Cause let me see, what kind of conversation did he tell me? What did he tell me in the conversation? When I did talk to him, I don't know if that was one of his jobs that he got after he probably retired, got to that retirement age. But anyway, me and the other security guard, I'm gonna call him Mr. B right now. Mr. B was talking, and he ended up getting into the conversation talking about him when he walked out the door, and he was just saying a couple of things like, yeah, he done retired, woo woo woo, and I was like, yeah, I remember when he said he was gonna retire. So he really did retire, and that wasn't nothing but a few months ago. Um, he said, I'm ready to get on up out of here, and I done had it enough. I done enough. Woo woo woo. When I looked outside, cause it was a car parked in front of the window where I could see it. And when folks be making fun of people or coming at somebody for having a certain type of job, really what people need to realize is what you do and how you do it. That's what them says that hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what them says that people like my grandma used to say. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Let me get myself together for this. When I say that he got into a car so clean. I didn't see what the make and model of it was. Now, if I was really in tune, and best believe it had to be a newer model car. And when I say it was so clean, and I told dude, I said, I ain't gonna lie. I told Mr. B, I was like, oh, I ain't gonna lie. That's a nice car he getting into. You know what I'm saying? Nice, clean. I'm talking about clean. And I was like, well, dang. And it was a white car. And I said, for somebody to have a car looking that clean and it's white, they done some stuff to it. He was like, oh yeah, he got plenty of cars. So I'm looking like, well, dang, the car that he about to drive off in was good enough, just even it was just one car he had. But he said that's one of the many cars he got. So he probably done leaned back in that lane where he done got some of them did some of them hobby cars or whatever. Probably got some old school cars. But anyway, but it's just a point that when somebody think that just because they got a certain type of job that they don't know how to they not gonna have certain things. No, it's what you do. See, the thing about them old heads, and I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna get myself on up out of here for right now, because I'm just getting myself amped up. but when dude told me that that's one of many that cars that he got, I was like, okay, that's what's up, because you tip that the dab into having different cars, whatever. But what I done learned from them old heads, they came from a time where saving 50 cents, and sometimes we can't even do that now. They were saving 50 cents out of paychecks. And you got to understand that when you got um, incomes that was coming in, getting paid $8 a month, that 50 cents was a lot of money to pull out of the money that you needed to pay bills or whatever. And I done had more than one person tell me um, about that saving money, and they both was from the same time era. And matter of fact, they was both born from that same year, um, which was 19 in the early 1900s. So anyway, people better realize that you got folks out here that got money, and while you sitting up here thinking they broke, cause guess what? I tell this little quick story, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. And I done got it confirmed from somebody else, because my grandmama was the one that told me that a couple of times. She brought that story up. It was a homeless. Listen to me now, a homeless woman, and this was confirmed just a few years back, and this was right before my grandmama had passed away. One of the ladies that was coming through, she started talking about this story out of the blue. And when she started talking about it, I said, oh my gosh, there goes somebody talking about that same story that my grandmama been talking about for decades, every blue moon. The homeless woman, when she passed away, she had so much money wrapped around her body. And my grandmama said, yeah, they thought that woman, she was a homeless woman, and they didn't think she had no money. But they found all of that money wrapped around her body. And I'm not talking about no few little ducats. She had a lot of money. And the thing about it, when that lady was talking about the same story, she said the same thing. She said, yeah, it was a woman, homeless woman back in the day. When they found her, she had died. They found all of that money on her. And the woman that confirmed the story just by listening in, she probably was she was either in her late 60s or early 70s. So I know that she went back far enough. Not that it took her going back far, but she was of the older generation too. She just wasn't as old as my grandmama, but both of them confirm, remember that story. So anyway, uh when you hear stories like that, and you don't never forget them, really, every now and then you would think about it. I bet you if I talk to some other people uh, in that age bracket for sure, and then some people in my age bracket, they done heard the story too. But I bet you around here, I probably can ask somebody and be like, did you ever hear about that story about that woman, that homeless woman that had all that doggone money wrapped in her body? She took it everywhere she went, and then nobody know that she had that much money on her. But anyway, on that note, let me see. Once again, a test run. Let me see. Da, 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 da. I don't know what button to push to find. That's why I say sometimes when you turn these phones a certain way, they do different things. I think. I know I can do it one way, but I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. Because I got something to do. There we go.